Hey man, hey man, hey man, hey man, hey man. How's it going? I hit my head and now my voice is different. I say things different. No, I shouldn't joke about that. I'm a believer in karma. Okay? Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the news hour. Yes, hello. Welcome to the book reader club, everyone. Welcome to the library. Lunch hour with Graham. I don't know. I just look like a. I just realized I never wear my contacts on the podcast anymore. You know why, guys? Because I don't even give a fuck. I'm just fucking sad, depressed. Why even bother? Why bother putting an effort in? I did wash my face and everything. Sometimes I don't even do that for you guys. Sometimes I just put the headphones on, don't do anything. I don't even give a fuck. Anyway, hope you guys are doing well. On this pre-Thanksgiving week. How everybody's doing well. We're here in the
pre-Thanksgiving extravaganza. We are here. Turkey Day is coming up, everybody. Make sure you get your groceries and your turkeys and your turduckins.
Yeah, I was trying to go on this like really quick diet before Thanksgiving, and it just isn't happening. It just hasn't really done anything. Well, it's only been a couple weeks, but I haven't noticed any kind of reduction in weight. So it wasn't really a diet. It was just slightly a diet. So I mean, I gotta really try next time. I mean, I'm not like eating like really bad, but it's just kind of staying the same. I mean, the holidays are tricky, guys. If you guys stay tuned for some tips to maintain about your weight for the holidays. What's going on? How to not put on the pounds during the holidays. What's your guys'
New Year's resolution? Well, you know what? I'm having a New Year's goddamn revolution. I'm having a New Year's revolution.
I'm doing a New Year's revolution. Grab your line up, stand back and stand by, everybody. The Minutemen are marching in the town square. And just get ready, okay? New Year's Revolution 2023 is not going to be this, it's a New Year. It's going to be a little serious, so. Anyway, I don't know if you guys heard the news, but Harvey Weinstein has a fish-like penis, according to Governor Gavin Newsom's wife. Yeah, she, I don't know what I'm doing. Is that a Carson impression? Yeah, Harvey Weinstein apparently has a fish-like penis. You guys hear about this? Yeah, wild stuff. I saved this article because it's pretty weird to me, like, just the way she's... Like, I mean, why aren't we allowed to watch this trial? That's what I want to know. Like, I talked about that Darrell Brooks trial, and they did film the whole thing, but this is just under wraps, the NXIVM trial. Like, there's no footage. We're just allowed to hear, like, vague articles about it. I don't know why we can't hear the testimony. But, I guess, like, I just don't... Part of me thinks, like, that his whole defense is that everything he did was a transactional relationship. And part of me thinks it's at least partly true, because some of the weirdness of the testimonies here, like this lady, Governor Governor Gavin Newsom's wife. I do think she did not expect this to happen in a way, but just the way she talks kind of makes it sound like, I mean, she must have known a little bit, like, because she keeps talking to him after it. And I know that's like a thing victims sometimes do, but I just kind of feel like, I don't know. I mean, she was like, this was an assault. I'm not trying to, minimize that, but just like, I don't know, there's some weirdness about this that makes me think like it was a little bit, like, I guess after the fact, a little bit transactional, because she does ask him for favors after it, which I don't know. There's just weirdness about this, her in general here. Like, okay, so she broke down in tears. Okay, so she probably wasn't, like, I guess, expecting this to happen. So he, I guess, tried to, like, he just stood there and masturbated, but I just can't get over the descriptions of his penis. Like, it's literally a horror movie. Like, I wish someone had a, like, catalog of all the descriptions, because I don't know, it's just so crazy. I've never heard anyone, like, I just don't get it. Like, was he trans? It almost sounds like they were. It's just so weird. It's like anyway, this is just crazy. Now this is, it's in 2005. I thought it was later than that. Okay. Maybe she didn't know. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she didn't know his reputation. I kind of feel like, I don't know, it's hard for, I don't know, 2005 maybe. She apparently heard at that time he could make or ruin your career. So, I don't know. Oh, this is so weird, man. She described it. She said, when asked to describe Weinstein's physique, she said, lots of bruises, markings, yellow and green, lots of stretch marks on his belly, not very physically fit at all. Look, uncircumcised and strange, though, kind of fish-like. Something was distorted in the testicles, lots of skin down there. I mean, to me, that just sounds like somebody surgically put, and because somebody else described it. I don't know what year she saw it, but someone else described it as looking like it had been cut off and then, like, sewn back on or something. So I'm like, what is going on? Like, what happened down there, Like, did maybe somebody fought and, like, attacked him? And I mean, that was in 2005, so I wonder when his junk got all messed up. Like, was it always like that? Because I feel like somebody did that to him. Somebody. So she knew she was going to go meet him at his hotel suite to discuss a film project. But then he changed out of his suit into a robe, and he started to manipulate and threaten her while mentioning several actresses' names. Ew. And then Then he took out his deformed penis. And this is the weirdest part of the quote article here. This is so fucking crazy. And then he puts part of his penis inside of me because he pushes me back against the bed. It's not staying in because his penis is so weird and messed up. I thought I was going to get some disease. I just made some pleasure noises to get him to finish faster. And she said after he finished, I wanted to get the F out of there. Pardon my language. And this is the weird part of this. I mean, I guess I get wanting him to just stop and leaving. But then after, she's like, they asked her, why did you keep talking via email? And she said, I thought it was a one-off thing because he got married. And she was asked about an email she sent in 2007. And she said, this is a really weird part. I believe that he had relationships with the press and understood how to help handle the press and thought he could be helpful. But why would you? Uh, this is the thing. Like, and I don't know how many, because there was an actress somewhere that said like, oh, Harvey Weinstein was just the tip of the iceberg, and the fact that she then goes later like, well, he knows how to, I'm gonna obviously ask him stuff after, and you thought it was a one-off thing, so that makes me think it's common, or like, I mean, I just think people are so cowardly. Like, people just don't say anything unless it's popular to say anything. I mean, who knows what other people did horrible things. I mean, they just were like, hey, don't, probably there was like, hey, don't go to his hotel room. Like, maybe people were told that. Maybe she didn't know. Maybe there was just whispers about what he did. But people should have spoke out, but they didn't because he was powerful and they wanted work, and that's how it is. That's how it was. Like, people won't admit that, and that's not a defense, obviously. I mean, it's really horrible, but they went along with it and they didn't say anything. Like, you should really say something. I mean, people went after, Meryl Streep and Oprah and stuff, and I don't know how much they might have known, but like, they had to hear something. So, and I know you don't want to believe like somebody who's your friend that they did something bad, but like, if there's enough rumors going around, like, I would at least distance myself. Like, I don't understand. And all the people that like she knew that he could make or break your career. She didn't say anything. Like, did she? I don't know who she told. It's unbelievable. Like, and then they took money for her husband's campaign and only returned it after the Me Too movement. When did you tell Gavin about that this happened? I told him Harvey was sketchy at different times. That's it. That's it. I mean, you didn't even tell him. I mean, look, she should tell people now, even if it's late, but like, people just don't, like, they're just all about getting ahead. I mean, that's what, people won't admit that, but like, it's just ridiculous, man. Like, now everybody came out only because it's convenient. Like, you should have fucking, especially these people that were like already ahead, like somebody who, I just don't understand. You don't have the dignity, and like, you're just gonna let him keep doing that. If you had an experience like this, you should warn off other people too. Like, so she's definitely not like, I mean, it's just really weird. It's just really weird that like, now people are kind of like, obviously I'm not saying, some people are saying like, oh, why'd you go to his hotel room then? I mean, I don't really know if that, like, I could see, I don't know if I would assume that they're going to be a perv then. Because, like, you would kind of hope somebody isn't going to be that blatant. Like, oh, meet me in my hotel room because wink, wink. Like, I kind of feel like if you're in a business partner, like, you wouldn't assume somebody's going to try to rape you or have sex with you just because you're at the hotel room real quick to have a meeting. I mean, if they invited you to their hotel room and then they said, let's watch a movie late at night, then yeah, but like, this is really just like suspicious. Like, the fact that she just let it happen, left, and then like didn't say anything, kept emailing him, didn't tell anybody apparently. Like, this was a bad witness, I think. I mean, this is like making her look bad. Like, obviously it makes him look worse, but like, I don't know. I think she's kind of a little bit like, she benefited from this kind of. Oh, apparently Gavin slept with his campaign manager's wife. I didn't know that. Yeah, they're both pretty, I mean, I kind of feel like she just didn't really bother that much now. And it was about getting ahead. I mean, she said she was upset, but like that's kind of the only evidence we have she was that bothered. Man, I don't know. This is a little suspicious to me. Well, obviously, I emailed him later about advice about. I mean, what? What a fucking disgusting culture this is. She shouldn't even have testified. She looks bad by. I mean, I guess to corroborate what his weird fish penis looks like, but. I mean, these people are disgusting. Like, it just the way she talks makes it sound like she's had this happen, or like it's not that crazy, or. I mean, she was like, I guess, emotional on the stand, but like, I don't know. It doesn't even. It just she makes it seem not that crazy. Like she's like, it was horrible, but then obviously I asked him advice after. I let him do his thing, you know. He did that to me, but I thought it was a one-off thing. What? And he also had like, people who were his assistants that basically helped him. You know, like I forget what the lady's name was. I might have talked about this before. You know, there's a lot of people that should also be on trial, like not just him. Anybody who worked for him should be questioned. And they're really just getting away with it. They probably have fine. They're probably doing fine now. They're just in Hollywood still. Like, oh, you helped out Harvey. Good, I'll hire you until I get found out. There's got to be other people like this because the way these people talk is like that they're it's not that crazy in this society. Because I don't know. And then now there's this movie about it, I guess, called She Said or something, which. I think people are kind of done with the Me Too. Like, I don't know how many people are going to go see that. Ugh. I just can't believe his penis was like that. Why bother, like... Ew. She saw a big hole in his stomach in this one article. I just played dead and then... Ew, fucking gross, man. If you, like, don't have a working penis or if it was sewn on again... How are you this horny still? I don't understand how it works. Like, ew. He's still the most powerful guy in Hollywood, even, you know, this is years after 2005. Nobody fucking says anything. Unbelievable. But look, I mean, I guess his lawyers asked this actress, did you ever say, no, I don't want to have sex with you? I mean, do you literally have to say that for someone to stop? I mean, come on. I don't know. They really need to come out with the other producers that are doing this. There has to be a lot of other people doing this. Just the way they talk. Although, he is like a literal monster. I mean... He is literally like a ghoul monster with a fish penis. I don't understand. He's like a Batman villain, like the Penguin, but he's like a rapist villain. Ugh. Why aren't we allowed to see footage of this trial? Like, why? Is it because they want to protect Hollywood or something? Why do they have to say her... Why do some people have 3 names and they always have to say that and other people don't? Jennifer Siebel Newsom. Every time they write it, it has to be all 3 names. Like, what is that? I don't get that. Wow, the defense attorney asked her to make orgasm noises on the stand. Ew. And all we get to see is these stupid drawings. Why do they do that still? It's 2022, man. Okay, it says here she tried... Here she seems pretty upset in this article. I didn't see this one. But I still don't get why she didn't tell anyone. You could say she was ashamed or whatever, but like... To still email him and still act like... And still have Harvey support her husband's campaign. It's just like... Why would you do that? I don't care how bad you want your husband to win. Like, I just don't get that. Like, you have no dignity or what? Like, what is that? You're gonna go, yeah, hey, Harvey, can you help out my husband? Remember when you tried to rape me with your fish penis? What the fuck, man? You know what it is? She knows how this works. Like, she knows how this works because she still had Harvey support her husband's campaign. You know, I just feel like there's some kind of unsaid, this is how this town works thing going on here. Like, I hope that's not true, but I don't know, man. This is just. Wait, she said I was hustling? Where is that? Oh, see, this is another one. Okay, so after Fishman tried that with her in 2005, she kept talking to him for years after on email. One of the emails dated 2007, she wrote a thank you to Weinstein and said, we had such a fun time in the email. And they questioned why she would continue to respond with Harvey, who she claimed brutally raped her. She said, I was just hustling. Oh my God, this is disgusting, man. Now, I'm not blaming her for having that happen. I'm just saying, like, that's what I mean. Like, she knows how this town works. So I just feel like it's not just Harvey doing this. I mean, clearly, if she says, I'm just doing, well, everyone does that. I was just hustling. That gives you. So there's just like, that tells me right there that other actresses did agree. I don't know what happened with them. You know, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just fucking weird. That's just fucking weird, dude. Like, I was just hustling? What? Dude. I mean, what the fuck? What's going on there? Like, what is going on in the entertainment industry and whatever industry? I mean, it's kind of hard because it's just kind of weird to me. Like, was she an actress? I don't understand what. Like, maybe she used to be an actress. I don't know. But this is just fucking weird. Like, oh, I was just doing the thing we do. Like, I wish she would have explained that, but, you know, she doesn't want to be that, you know, honest. I wish they would. I wish one person would be like, this is how this town is run, you know? Like, you don't just sit there and go, I thought it was a one-off thing. Like, what? Man. What the fuck is going on? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's just a disgusting fucking industry. Like, this whole, and it's not just that, it's everything is so corrupt, like, and it's just like coming out now, like the Harvey stuff. Now, I don't know if it's all like rape stuff. It could just be, you know, because there's other people that have had, like, oh, they're just terrible people to work with. They have rage. They throw shit at people. Like, there's a lot of stuff like that you're just allowed to do it. That's just how it's been. Like, and you don't call anyone out because I better be nice to this guy. Like, it's just fucking awful. I mean, you know, if somebody rubs elbows with people the right way, you can do whatever you want. I mean, for a while. I mean, you might get found out eventually, maybe. But like, you can get a pretty much win. You can get away with it for so long that it's like, you know, these people that get found out like late in life, like, I don't know, like everybody does. Like, Harvey Weinstein was already old by this point. Like, you know, and them trying to cancel Woody Allen. Like, look, if he did that, he got to basically retirement and then they canceled him. So did he really lose out? I mean, and you know, that's, I don't know how to feel about that one because it's like, it is creepy that he married his like adopted whatever it was, and then like his own daughter accuses him. So I kind of always had this, oh, he's a creep kind of feeling. I don't know. But I just like think there's a lot of this shit going on that has still not come out. Yeah. Anyway, maybe I'll move on to something less disturbing and dark. Well, the show Dark on Netflix. Have you guys heard of this? It's about black people. Get it? No, yeah, I don't know. This is kind of one of those shows where I'm like, do I hate this show, or it's just like you keep watching it because it's like, oh shit. You know, those shows that just keep going like, oh shit. And sometimes like those shows can actually not be good. Like there was a show, some shows will just do that over and over, like have these moments where you're like, it's like a mind-blowing plot twist, and that's the whole show this is. But I don't know. The thing is, like, I'm just worried. Now I'm wondering if time travel in any kind of movie or show is just like impossible. Like, maybe they should just quit doing time travel anything now, because, you know, everybody was confused by the movie Tenet. And when I first saw it, I thought, oh, this is actually makes more sense than I thought it would. But then it kind of doesn't. And a lot of people were frustrated with that movie, but like, this show is actually getting tons of praise. Like, well, it was. I guess it's off now, but like even this review here is like, oh, it's the most mentally exhausting show I've ever seen, but also it's one of the best. And I just wonder if these people are pretending to understand it, and it's like one of these shows where like, no, dude, it's brilliant genius, but it's like if you try to explain it, you realize you don't even understand it. Like, I would love for one of these guys to try to explain the show at all. It's one of these shows where it gets so crazy. There's like, oh, there's an old version of this guy, there's a young version, there's a middle version, kind of like the movie Primer, which again was another movie where it can't be made sense of. Like, there's no, but people go, dude, it's so deep. But like, is it, or is it just blatantly confusing? You know, I mean, the only thing I really get in this show is like the people in it. When I realize who they are, and I'm like, oh, that's an old version of this guy. That's a young version of this guy. And that's like the only thing I can follow, kind of. You know, I don't know. It's like, it's just funny when these people are like, it's genius, but also it doesn't make sense. It's like, well, what is it then? You know? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. If you guys understand the show, you know, hit me up and send me a DM. A DM. A DM. A DM. Yeah, but I took a break watching it. Like, so I had to watch a recap, and that's a mistake, you know. One of these kind of shows, like, you can't really take a break for like a year and then go back to it, because it's impossible to understand. So, yeah, I don't know. It's like reading. It's like it's like a show. I've never done this, but I also almost have to take notes watching it. You have to write down. And like, how much work do you want to do when you're just watching a show? So it's like, if I was younger, I would be like all into this. I would be like, I'm reading theories online, and now I'm like, I really kind of only watch the stuff now. I don't like look up theories anymore. You know, like I said today, how it's like you just get old, you just don't like care as much. You know, just keep going, and that's it. You just go, well, I guess today's another day, and yep, just watching it, getting through the days, you know. Just looking outside, going, oh, I guess times keep going, but I don't care. Just go, but not looking forward to nothing. Just kidding, guys. I mean, but you just care less about getting deep into stuff, or like I said, music before. Like I'm just not as into discovering new music, or like I used to be. Like I don't know. I probably talked about this before too, but like, oh, I gotta, this band is considered one of the best. I better go deep dive into their discography. No, I'm like, I'll check out like a song, and then if I don't like it, I'm just not. And I mean, so I guess I'm more like I understand what I'm into more now. I'm just not. I'm past the phase of like, and it's probably good to be past that phase to wanna be into cool stuff, so I can be considered a cool hipster guy. Like, oh, I get this band, and you don't get them, so I'm gonna deep dive into the. That was the whole hipster culture. Was just like guys acting like they know more than everyone else. Like you got to admit it's basically all that was meant by a hipster is just know-it-all type personality. That's all it was. It was like, we're the cool kids. We get like obscure bands that like they don't even make music. They just like rub sticks together. And like me and my friend used to make fun of that because we knew guys like this in college. You would almost think that's weird. That it was kind of weird. College is usually jock guys, but everybody goes there now. There was plenty of hipster guys there. We knew that like they'd know all these bands and they'd like even make their own music. They'd just sit at this table and they'd talk about obscure bands and like, we really just. And then, but that was kind of before the hipster term took off. This was like 2006 to 9. And I don't know if hipster really was a phrase back. You know what? PI guy in his room is on the case now. I'm going to see when did hipster culture start, guys? How did the hipster become mainstream? Here's one from 2011 from NPR. I don't know. Well, this just says the hipsterification of America. You know what a hipster is? A hipster would not exist, I think, in a poor country because, it's pretty crazy. Like, I even have this like stupid bit for stand-up I do know where I say I saw a homeless guy and I wasn't sure if he was just in a band or homeless. And like really that's like I should have done this bit back then when hipsterdom was big. Because I could replace that with or a hipster not in a band. In a band could be replaced with a lot of stuff, but it's like you wouldn't see this in like a starving third world country because people are actually dressed like hipsters because hipsters are like they shopped at like thrift stores and like it says this is Nashville, a recycled clothing store where hipsters shop. And it's funny because all the hipsters act like they're so different, but then they all go to the same places, which is every culture. It's not like just them. And hipsters became woke, though. They became, like, it used to be hipster, and then it became, like, social justice warrior, I guess, was the new thing. But, like, and a lot of that look would probably carry over to that. I don't really know if I knew about woke stuff or social or outrage culture until, I don't know, like, after 2011, because I think 2011 was like Occupy Wall Street era. Which makes sense. Hipsters were more like about class stuff, which I actually agree with more than the woke like identity stuff. That's just like a poisonous bullshit, you know. Hipsters almost had a point to some extent. Like they liked vinyl, which I think does sound really good. I mean, you objectively the sound quality's better on like sometimes it doesn't sound better, but the sound like the when something's an MP3, it literally is of lower quality. People probably can't tell with the sound, but it's like an objective thing. Uh, like hipsters were into craft beer. I guess they started out with PBR, which isn't really craft beer, but craft beer is better than like and they were into really good coffee. That is better. So a lot of the stuff hipsters were into was good, But now it's all about identity, not like class, like not being into high quality stuff, I guess. Like although a lot of the hipster music wasn't good. I mean, it just was weird or something or just and like I guess Coachella was hipster, but now it's just so commercial. I mean, Coachella is like the most commercial shit now. Not that I was like ever going there or like into it, but it's kind of ironic how that became so. I don't know if NPR knew what hipsters are. It says they bought clothes at American Eagle. I mean, that's not. I think Urban Outfitters is more accurate. Although, again, those are really commercial though and expensive. See, like these guys here are a hipster, or this look isn't even in anymore. But this was, and they basically you could mistake them for homeless. I mean, because it's like this kind of thrift store clothing. I just don't know if hipster is really a thing anymore. It was around when gentrification was around. But I know hipster is a really old term too. I think it's from, maybe it was used during the hippie stuff too. The hipster is dead. I was just wondering this. Is it dead? I mean, it got made fun of a lot. This article's from 2017. And I think it's dead. I think it's I don't know what, like, because there's plenty of people that look like that now in Brooklyn, but like that exact culture it's got to be dead. I mean, it's more about woke stuff now, and like that is kind of gone. Like, because hipster, you picture a white guy with the scruffy facial hair and like this, like flannel. Like it's like, the thing was hipster became so like upper class and expensive. I mean, it's so ironic that like they started when they had the Occupy movement, that was like against, the upper class, but like I think it became, by 2017 it really was just like a trendy upper class look that wasn't at all like what they used to be, Not like I liked them back then either, but this is just ridiculous. Yeah, there was a hipster Olympics in 2012, so I mean, I guess it wasn't like, because the hipster whole thing was about we're different, but then now it's like, oh, you go to Urban Outfitters, you just buy this brand of expensive clothing, you pay a ton of money and rent, you're like fake homeless looking. So I do think, that would not exist in any other country like that is, and that's why it's dying out now, because we're having a shitty economy and at least the hipsters are going. That's one good thing about, if we get this recession going, let's get it going, guys, let's get this going. Come on, depression. Let's open some more Hoovervilles. Let's get out there and panhandle, everybody. Let's get this poor lifestyle back. Let's out with the hipstery, trendy, losers. Let's get, say goodbye to all the cafes in Williamsburg. Say goodbye to all the craft beer, guys. It's going. We're going back to Hooverville. Hipster culture. Yeah, I mean, it says students in Paris have studied the phenomenon in class. It's dead then. That's one reason I think like stand-up comedy is kind of dead is because they have stand-up classes. Once you get well, I don't know. It's just not as authentic. Like they had all these like audio recording schools and music production schools when I was like looking to go to college. And that was around when Napster was out, and it's when the music industry was dying. It's almost like when classes come out about something like that it's like the end of it. Like if they had TikTok classes, you'll know it's dying out because, yeah, you just can't, I don't know, there's something about that's just so inauthentic. Like you can't teach how to be a unique comedian or like a unique, I don't know, it's just weird. Oh, this is 2015. Yeah, they dress like this, 1930s. Yeah, I mean, this is, Yeah, I guess jazz people dressed like hipsters back then. But it was more authentic back then, wasn't it? Like, yeah, that's how people kind of, like, it's so lame, these people. And even in the 1970s, at least it was new. At least hippies was new. Now, like, the hipster stuff is, like, redoing that, but they're acting like it's a new thing. And it's not. Like, at least this was, like, a new, everyone was in a cult type of period. Everybody just, like, everything is a throwback now. There's, like, nothing original anymore. Everything is just, like new metal is like a new shittier grunge. Yeah, Hipsters in Williamsburg, and this is just a new shittier like jazz hipster, Ew. Beat poets. Beatniks, guys. This guy looks like he could be Adam Driver. Is this like that's Kirsten Dunst. I mean, I would have mistaken this for like just a shot of a film like set in the hippie era. Barefoot hippies at a festival in 1970s. Oh my god, that's so lame. He has that Joker Jared Leto type of tattoo that's like, ugh. Yeah, that's another thing that like hipsters ruined tattoos, and not like they were ever that cool. Like I think they were always like over, like just kind of stupid. I don't know. I don't hate them all, but like people really act like they're like badass, and it's like no. At this point, if you don't have one, you're more rebellious because it's just like there's just no. It's just not. It's like, I mean, a lot of the tattoo stuff, like, I just don't like when people get them as like I'm gonna rate, I don't know. I don't mean to mock it, that whole thing. Look, if you have them, that's fine. Yeah, Vice was a hipster. Vice is like kind of dead now. That was big. That was really big. I mean, an IFC, that's kind of dead. not dead, but they're just not very like. I mean, it's kind of done. Like Vice and IFC are both just like not a big thing anymore. They really kind of existed from hipster culture. And it's just like, hey, what's the cool thing? Just like Pitchfork Media. Oh, we always review albums like really low because we're picky pieces of shit. That was really big when like I knew of hipster stuff was like Pitchfork and like it was just always like, oh, whatever they talk about was what hipsters followed. That whatever the fuck it was. It could have been someone farting like into a cavern and then that was recorded and like played backwards and then someone sang over it and did chants over it and that would be like the number one reviewed album on Pitchfork. I mean, I'm gonna go in there now and see. Maybe they're more I'm gonna guess that they're really mainstream now compared to what they used to be. The most trusted voice in music. Really? I'm guessing they became like just a regular commercial, slightly indie thing. Let's see, best new music. Here we go. This is gonna inform what I listen to this week. I only listen to what they. Never heard of them. Oh, Wilco. Yeah, I've heard of them. They were like one of the bigger. Best new album. Here's more. Never heard of any of these. Not one of these have I heard of. Best new tracks. Let's see. Nope, haven't heard of a single one. Now, I don't know if you may have heard of these. Weighs Blood. I don't know how to say it. Wednesday, Special Interest. I don't know if I've heard of none of these. Best new reissues. I've heard of. No, I haven't even heard of. Oh, Rush. Yeah, of course. But these are reissues, so. Yeah, haven't heard of any. Alright, best new album. I'm gonna just look this up now. But she just looks like an average pop singer. And if this isn't weird like they used to be, then I'm gonna guess they went commercial. Come on, man.
Artist.
You know what? I shouldn't play it. I'm gonna get a notice. I forgot. Well, listen to it by yourselves, guys, and decide. Let's see. What about like, I don't know, lists? What's their 2021 year in music? Here we go, guys. Oh, see, my theory might be right here. They said best 50 albums of 2021. Adele, Tyler the Creator, very mainstream. But those are the top, so you know they're not that crazy anymore. Oh God, I'm not gonna go all through this whole thing. But these kind of don't look that. I don't know. They probably are though. I wish I could play them, but like the whole thing with like hipster, like this whole like indie music culture was like they just act like music is like you're listening to God speak or something, and they just write in this flowery poetic language like this, and then they like when they slam something, they really slam it, like, and that's most of music. But if you're saying Adele is the top, then they, you know, this looks pretty mainstream to me compared to, yeah, Adele is, well, it's only number 32, but Armand Hammer and the Alchemist. That looks weird, but it's probably just a DJ or something. Most of these are probably just shitty DJ. How does someone like DJ music? Like, it's just, I don't know. Olivia Rodrigo is number 21. I mean, yeah, I think they went more commercial. Let me see if they have any annoying writing style still. Not really. I think this is more like Rolling Stone now. I mean, they have all these people I've never heard of, like Arooj Aftab, Pakistani singer. Her brother died, as did a close friend, and then her mind went to something of her childhood. Near erotic longing for God. All right, that's creepy. She like She fingered herself about God. Playboy Cardi. I've heard of that guy, I think. Turnstile. I actually know them. They're like a hardcore band. Tyler the Creator's number 3. Never. I don't know who this is, but it looks just like an R&B singer. So I guess they're not really. I just think they're more like Rolling Stone now. Let me see what Rolling Stone's top albums. 2021. Wow, they have like the same list. 50 best albums of 2021 by Rolling Stone also has like this Olivia Rodrigo, Tyler the Creator. Well, okay, they have a little bit more of Drake. Oh, this one was on Pitchfork. Illuminati Hotties. Yeah, I guess I don't know most of these. Snail mail. I think I tried listening to it. I didn't like it that much. Yeah. Never heard of these people. Never heard of these. Why? What's this about? Carly Pierce named her album 29. She ripping off Adele? Does everybody have to name their album after their age now? I'm going to name it after how old I am, because I went up through a lot this year, so That's like, I don't know, it's a ripoff. Doja Cat. I mean, I have to say, from what I heard of her, she's like a Nicki Minaj copy. I don't really get what's unique about her, but I don't know. Okay, so they have a little more, but they still share some of the same, they still share some of the same people. Turnstile, this same R&B singer. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty close. Although they rank Adele way higher. It's her divorce record. It's called 30. Now we name every album after the year we are. Why would you? I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand how you rank a pop album that high. Like, it has a team of writers. She probably doesn't even write. I just don't like. Once you have like a team of, they're called like songwriting camps now. It's just factory produced music. Like, how do you even? Does she write her own music? I mean, I'm going to have to Google the credits now. She went to the White House, didn't she? Whoever this... I don't even know her music, honestly. I really don't. It said something about TikTok. This is so lame. All right, let's go to the credits, guys. Oh, there's only a few writers on here. But is that true, or is that... I don't know. Let's see. I mean, it's less than Beyonce, at least. Does she write her own lyrics? I mean, they're acting like she's so brilliant. Oh, so she like... Oh, people are saying she ripped off songs, I guess. Although, I just feel like this is the producer's decision. I don't know. I'm sure they're going to call people sexist that are like saying she didn't write her music. Nothing in music is ever new. Yeah, that's a good defense. Just keep saying that. I think she did get famous off YouTube or something. I don't know. I feel like a creep looking at I always think it's funny when older men are like, I don't know, into young singers like this. I don't know. I don't even believe people anymore. I write all my own songs and then you find out like 15 people are on each track. I don't know. I just don't believe it. Songwriting credits controversy. Nothing is ever new. There's 4 chords in every song, so Wow, she had to give Paramore credit because the song sounds like one of theirs. I don't know. That's a little suspicious. Well, I have a question for all you out there. Who is the Harvey Weinstein of music? We all know Harvey Weinstein is the monster of Hollywood. He can make or break. You know what else he can make or break? You, because he's a giant man. A giant blob of a man. He will crush you if he gets on you. Good thing he just touched himself when he did that stuff and not... Well, I know he did more than that, but... Yeah, every pop song now just rips off other songs. I mean, this is just kind of what's happening. I mean, just give people credit if you're doing that. Like, you know you're going to get a lawsuit now. Like, it just always is going to happen. But yeah, who's the Harvey music? We know about Harvey in Hollywood. Who is the fish penis man of music? Yeah, I can't think of any big producer in me. Oh wait, there was that guy that owned somebody's music. Oh, that guy that DJ Luke or something that assaulted Kesha maybe. But there's got to be a bigger person out there that... I mean, there's R. Kelly, I guess. I don't know. Who is
the Harvey Fishman in the music industry? That is my question. And I will have to do research on this. And let you guys know who the Harvey music is. Yeah, man, the fuck. Stop fucking. Why can't they just quit sampling music all the
time? Why do they have to always do that? Every fucking new pop song, like so many, are just a rehash of an old song. Like, sometimes, like, you know, I'll just be in a store and I'll hear a pop song and it'll just be the same. And obviously it sounds like they knew that, like it's on purpose with a lot of them. But I just don't, like, make your own music, man.
Come on, man. Like, make your own music. Who is the Harvey of music? We know about that guy that did the boy bands. I think he was a rapist, maybe. But who else is going on that is the music? Harvey Fishman Weinstein. Introducing the new villain of Batman, Fishman, Fish Penis Man. Harvey Weinstein is going to roll out his circumcised fish dick. And he's going to roll it out. Why? Because it does roll out, because it's green and pussy and it's taped on. Parts of his penis went inside me. Parts of it. Not the whole thing, but parts of his fish penis. And I got fish scales all over me, and I had to wash those off too, so... The Fishman, Harvey, is gonna show up on your doorstep, and he's gonna slither on down. The Fishman is coming to town. Say your prayers, everybody. Harvey Fishman, penis man, is coming to town. Yes, he is. Fishman Harvey. Yeah, just watch out, cause he's gonna stink up the place with his fish penis. It smells like fish too, it has that seawater smell on it. He has to dunk it in salt water every once in a while, cause it's actually a fish. It's actually literally a fish. It needs to get oxygen. It needs to have water, it needs to be watered, so... You know, watch out. It's gonna flop around like when you catch a fish and he's on land and he's flopping around. That's what his penis does. Harvey Fishman. So hide your kids, hide your wife. Get out of town.